So we have one more boss in the area for now, and then we're going to head to Volcano Manor. We'll do a little bit in Altus, and then we're going to go back to Caelid after that. And clean up most of that. So we're kind of going to be everywhere in the next hour or so, save like past Lanedell, and Underground. Do you still have any of the requested runs left, or did you manage to get through them all? I have like 30. There's so many requests in queue. But I think I changed the system since the last time you were here. So now, instead of like always prioritizing like newer runs, basically like new people who haven't requested a lot get a higher priority, but like anyone can still have their run selected. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in queue. But I think there will be for probably the like ever, honestly, at this point. Is it right here? Yes. Basically, randomization of the queue, yes. So, like, if I've done, like, let's say I've done, like, 2-year runs, you have a higher chance of seeing a run selected than someone who's I've done 5 runs for. But we can still pick the person who's had 5 runs done for a run. So like Cabo has basically a 2% chance every time to have one of his weapons picked because I've done 10 of his requests. Versus someone who I've only done 1 for will have like a 20% chance. Which I like better because then it gives people a chance. It's not like your requests are just buried. They're kind of buried, but you know, there's a chance. But yeah, it's definitely a little more random now, which is nice. Because I think that was another thing too, is it was always ordered before. So I always knew it was coming next. Cambo and me are totally buried. White Snake, you're not as buried as you think. I've done like a couple of your runs. I just haven't done the Bewitched Longsword because I keep rolling your other runs. But I did Smo's Great Hammer. I did the Penetrator's Sword in Demon Souls was I think yours too. And there might have been another one. Last request for random runs anyway. I did one of them. I did the random Elden Ring run. I rolled the Tree Spear. And then I also did the Dark Moon Greatsword. I still have the Holy Moonlight Sword in Bloodborne and then the random Dark Souls 1 run. That run is as buried as it gets. It's as buried as any of your other runs, I guess. Alright, we're going back here. But we're going to finish up a DS2 run probably today, and even if we don't finish it today, I'm still going to roll the run that's going to replace it. It can be anything but the DS2 runs that are on the list. You do not yap. I don't think you intentionally yap. At least now. Man, if we get Rykard done with the Handle this to like Thursday or Friday, we're going back to the Straight Sword Hill. Although I still might need more time to farm. I really just haven't like sat down and farmed Humanity yet. Like in a while. It's probably been like a week or week and a half since I last did it. There's some runs too on the list that might not be the next run in the case of some of Flix's runs. So what, the sniper crossbow and the, what's the other run? Broken straight sword. Those would replace the straight sword hilt. Straight sword hilt run for DS1 is the current one. Yeah, so I started the straight sword hilt. It was probably like a month ago at this point, and I'm pretty much through new game. I am on Gwyn. It's a lightning straight sword, lightning infused, or it will be. It's not yet. But I also was working on the hand ballista in this game, and they're just really bad to do together because they're both super slow runs. So I paused the straight sword hilt to farm humanity because I want like max humanity to start New Game Plus. And I've been working on the hand ballista, and the hand ballista run's almost done. I just have Rykard and then the final boss. That's it. Ani probably doesn't even know about the yapper. True. Chef Yap. Glad you finally killed I have never known defeat. There really wasn't even that many tries either. It was maybe, what, like 10? They were just very long attempts. What? Sir, I'm standing right here. Stop. Stop doing this attack. Thank you. Oh yeah, Needle of Eternal Agony would also be one of those runs. I think those are like the only three though. Where if we roll them today, I'm gonna re-roll. But they'll still go. They just will go after the straight sword hilt. Or maybe like during the straight sword hilt. The straight sword hilt is going to be a very slow burn. Like I was planning on alternating between the hand ballista and the straight sword hilt, but we might actually be done with that this week, so might just wait now. Because Radahn I don't think is going to be that bad. I'll probably knock that out in the stream. It's just mainly Rykard. Oops. I don't really think I can hit him here. Oh, you can. Sick. Oh, he can hit me apparently. So Sora should rest now. Uh-oh. RTS and PW spam to make straight sword hilt easy. There is a method you can do, which I think it's too late for me. I think you have to have like pretty much no health though. So you can use Red Tearstone Ring and Power Within. I think you need the Dusk Crown Ring, whatever like halves your health. and then you have a health regen item or something, and you basically keep RTSR with power within, but you're constantly healed because like the max health is so low that 1%, the 1% or whatever you're losing is regened every second. But I have way too much health for that. Can't rebound after a fall like I used to. Yeah, it gets tougher. I don't know how you'll be able to manage to do 4 Kings in New Game Plus. I don't either, honestly. It's gonna be brutal. That's why I was hoping for like a physical weapon instead of a lightning infused one. Because then you could use buffs, but I can't use any buffs, so I don't know. I'm just gonna pray. I'm gonna get 99 humanity going into that fight. Anytime I get hit, pop a humanity, which I'll probably get hit as I'm using the humanity, so that won't really work. But we'll try it. It's also not a hard rule that I need to use a random infusion. It's just something I would like to do. So like if it's really, really like just not feasible, I'll just uninfuse and use like pistol magic weapon or something. I'd rather not do that. But if I'm like 20 hours in on the fight and there's just no hope, then I'd consider it. Ah, man. Would it be the first time? Yeah, I almost did it on the ladle run with Giant Lord. Because Giant Lord is a 5-minute timer. And I barely made the timer on that. I get it. Stop. Well, it depends, White Snake. If we've had like some good attempts, like if I can get like 3/4 of the way through, you gotta remember too, like the fights are gonna take like an hour. So 20 hours is only like, it'd probably be more than 20 attempts, but not much more. Maybe like 40. 50. Depends on how long the attempts are, really. Thought the timers froze. Not for Giant Lord. For Alon it does, though. I don't know why I grabbed this. I don't know why I'm down here. Yeah, I thought they froze too, though, Nero. Like, I didn't know, and then I you know, you get a message saying something like, you know, it basically indicates that you're gonna get kicked out, and then you get kicked out. It actually happened to me too on the Dragon Slayer Great Bow run in DS2, but I luckily got the kill before I got kicked out. But I got the message like, I don't even know what it says. Ashen Mist Fades, is that what it says? Or it's, no, there's another message. I think the Ashen Mist Fades is when you actually get kicked out. But yeah, it was not a welcome surprise. Quick step. Brother. Probably better to just die, honestly. I should have leveled up before this. I didn't think about it. It's better to Memory of Grace. What am I kidding? Who am I kidding? Dying is slower. I really should be using Quickstep more. It's too much fun. I didn't think you get iframes during it, though. Tibia, Manor. Boatman. Still absolutely befuddled why these guys are not considered part of those who live in death for the tree spear run. Because they just didn't take more damage. Not like the Deathrite Birds did. The Deathrite Birds just absolutely melted. I figured these guys would too, but they did not. Yo, let me up. Did we get the Ritual Sword Talisman already? I don't think we did. We'll probably take off the Axe Talisman here. Not really doing charged attacks with this thing. Wow, okay. We don't need to hit the boss, it's fine. Gilika has pretty much no health. She dies so quickly. Oh yeah, I gotta pick it up, duh. More damage. What is my weight right now? 18? I also have the blue dancer charm. Is that even worth it? Can't remember. I think it gives a little bit of damage, not a ton though. And on the rock. Thank you. I don't know why I'm trying to use Torrent. Did I put the winged sword insignia on, right? Can't even remember now. I must have. Yeah, okay, just making sure. The infamous Godefroy. Yeah, I feel like they just kind of took the names Godric and Godfrey and then just combined them. And they're like, this works. Yeah, I know. Same, honey. It's just weird. They should have just made it a grafted scion. I wonder if in their mind they were thinking like, people are going to want to fight this boss again, so we'll put it back in the game. Except obviously it doesn't have phase 2. But I think if that was the case, they probably would have done it more. Rip troll. When was the last Elden Ring patch? I feel like it's been a while since we've had one. Wish you could re-challenge Remembrance boss fights like in Sekiro. Yeah. I don't know why you can't. I guess they just wanted to keep that to Sekiro, really. How many days till the Game Awards? Like a month and a half? Like 40 days, something like that? 40 days till our DLC announcement? Or a trailer, I should say. Copium. The heaviest copium. Ouch. I legitimately think, though, that if it's shown, it's going to be shown there. Miyazaki keeps giving Elden Ring stuff and Armored Core to Jeff Keighley. 6 weeks? Yeah, it's about 40 days, more or less. I think we'll see something, even if we don't see the Elden Ring DLC trailer. Wouldn't be surprised if FromSoft has like their next game cooking. Although if they do, they probably aren't gonna have a trailer for it, because like, you probably won't see it for like another 2 years at least. But honestly, I feel like the DLC is going to be the size of a new game. Don't say that? What? That's gonna be big? Alright, back to Caelid. I mean, it took him, what, 2 years to make DS3? More or less? It's taken 2 years for the DLC. Although you don't really know how many people are working on it, that's the only thing. And DS3 was just a straight line. Imagine if they surprised everyone and Elden Ring was just like, the DLC was just super linear. I wouldn't expect it. Judging from that screenshot, though, I don't think it's going to be. Granted, you know, that could be anything. That could even be scrapped for all we know. That area probably won't be, but it could be. One or two additional areas? I think so too. I think it'll be like at least either one big area or two like Caelid sized areas, probably with like 2 legacy dungeons. Hey Luke, what's going on? I think the cemetery shade, it looked like he just fell or something. Hey Weldon, how are you doing? One day you'll beat one of the Souls games with all weapons. One day. It'll probably be Bloodborne first. Bloodborne we're like a quarter of the way through already. Bloodborne having 26 weapons, yeah. We're over a quarter of the way through. We've done 7, and there's another 6 in queue. Bloodborne with both versions of each weapon. I was thinking about that. I definitely thought about doing that just to make, or to like, have more Bloodborne runs. But I don't think I'm gonna do that. It would still be done first, true. Actually, that and Demon Souls would be pretty close. Bloodborne canon only. No, I don't know if that's like really doable without glitches. So I wouldn't want to do it. Cannon just takes too many pellets, too many bullets. Once a DLC drops, will you start revisiting the older runs in order to fully complete them? That's more or less the plan. So I'll probably play through it a couple times on just random characters, not even like the weapon characters, just other characters that I have save files of. Like my first character, then I have another character I did all bosses with before I started these runs, and then I probably have a couple other ones. I think I have a sorcery only somewhere. Incantation only, which I guess I have a couple of those now that I think about it. But yeah, the plan is to do some of the weapons I've already done and finish the DLC with them, just because, you know, we can focus on DLC, and then I'll probably do some DLC exclusive weapons. But once the Elden Ring DLC drops, it's pretty much going to be Elden Ring for like a month or more, maybe 2, and then we'll go back to the other games. Doing this before the DLC is out, I know. I don't think they're going to release another Elden Ring DLC. I think it's just the one. Have I done Northern Regalia and Demon Souls? I've not. This is going well. Still have saves of your first playthroughs? I do. Because I had to make save files for all these weapon files, so some of them have my first playthrough. In fact, I think I still have my first playthrough, like, on this one. On this save file. In CS1, they basically had more than one DLC. Bloodborne didn't. Bloodborne only had one. But I just think the Elden Ring DLC is going to be so big that they don't make more than one. In reality, we have no idea. They could do more than one. Well, then, did you ever finish Elden Ring? I know you had started it. I don't know if you ever got through it. Don't think Elden Ring will have more than one DLC? I don't either. I mean, how long would you think it would take for them to make a second one? If it has another DLC, it's probably not going to be a story DLC. I don't know what it would be, but it'd be something else. Didn't finish it? Well, to have just not really played games in 7 months. Hey, fair enough. And even if you start playing games, it's not like it's going anywhere. Coliseum's kind of DLC? Yeah, like something like that, I guess. Something like not a story DLC, not an expansion. It would be something like that. And like how Sekiro got the gauntlets. Yeah, I'm sure the DLC will bring a lot of people back. Probably not as many as we're playing on launch, just because the launch numbers were crazy, but... And DLC, I think, never... It just says it doesn't sell as well as the base game, obviously, because how could it? It can only sell as much as the base game does. Coliseum was going to be part of the season pass for Elden Ring originally. Is that, like, confirmed? Damn, that tracking's crazy. I tried to strafe it. So Lance McDonald was able to data mine from the network test? Really? Fraction of the people who bought the game will continue to play and enjoy it. Yeah, exactly. Like, not everyone is gonna revisit it just for DLC. I feel like that's why taking such a long time on a DLC too is like scary for companies, because it's a big time investment. For like 2 years? Doubt over 12 million people get the DLC. Oh yeah, no, definitely not. Large amount of DLC sales ends up coming from bundled edition. That's true. Depending on how hyped the DLC is, it could even get some people to buy the game itself. That is true. Marketing could go a long way there. DLC is some of the best part of Souls games. I think it's like the best part of every Souls game, honestly. I think we were talking about it the other day. Like, DS1 is the only game, and not that the DS1 DLC isn't great, because I think it is, but I think everyone put such a high importance on the very beginning of DS1 that they might say that part's better. But the boss design is much better in the DLC than it is in the base game. All right, where are we going? Back to Liurnia, Deathrite Bird. I feel like there's not a lot of hype for the Elden Ring DLC. There will be if they announce a trailer, though, or if they reveal a trailer, I guess. Because there also was like nothing for Elden Ring for two plus years, right? And then they announced something at the Game Awards and everyone lost their minds. But it won't be that crazy, you know? It won't be as crazy as it was for the Elden Ring launch. Game finds out what the players like and the DLC improves upon it. Yeah, it's generally what happens. So I'm hopeful. Ow. Big bird, it is. It was announced like a couple of days after the 1-year anniversary of Elden Ring's release. Nothing since then. Oh, gotta run. Gotta run, gotta run, gotta run. Ever think about what led Elden Ring to selling more than all 3 Dark Souls? I think in time, honestly. People had so much time to play Dark Souls now. And all the games in the franchise, and FromSoft just, you know, kept getting more popular. Plus the fact that it's an open world game, I think got a lot of people's attention. There was just so much like talk about it too. People probably just like FOMO'd into it. Kind of like with Baldur's Gate 3. And then it gets hyped up and everyone's just like, oh, I gotta play this game. Especially after winning Game of the Year with Sekiro too, that probably helped their notoriety, FromSoft's notoriety. Like, really just time. They've gotten more and more popular over the last decade plus. Many people were just happy to get a game without any in-game purchases as well. Then we had the Ubisoft devs trash-talking Elden Ring. Yeah. I think it's what it is, and just like the ratings too, right? Like Elden Ring was getting near perfect scores from everyone. Talking about how big the game was. Where am I going? Ubisoft trash talking Elden Ring's UI while having the worst UI on the planet. Yeah, that saga was interesting. But the series got the spotlight it deserved? Yeah. Oh, damn it. Let go! Yeah, and I think they just are gonna have, like, a blank check from publishing companies now. I mean, Armored Core, for as niche of a genre as it was, sold pretty damn well. Steam had, like... The Steam numbers were higher than Dark Souls 3 at launch for Armored Core. And I think it's kind of died off now, but like it was still a solid game. Definitely looking forward to more if they do more Armored Core, which I assume they will because it's a FromSoft staple franchise. So haven't gotten around to playing AC. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Very, very fast. And a lot of different endings, a lot of different missions. Also, the Demon's Souls remake has the inventory UI of Ubisoft. I guess I don't play enough of their games to really know, honestly. One character standing in the middle, all the gear allocated around it. Is that what the remake looks like? I honestly can't even think about it right now. Like I can't picture it. Once you play one of their open world games, you basically played all of them. I feel like you never hear about games with good UI because no one ever talks about them if they're good. People only complain about them if they're bad. It's like Bethesda and their RPGs. You play one, you played them all. Yeah, I guess in a way, right? Like the mechanics are similar. But the stories are different. The world is different. Look at other games, you'll notice a trend of UI all looking like Witcher 3 and so on. God of War. I mean, it's not surprising though. Like, they're gonna try and emulate popular games. Like, people are gonna try and emulate popular games. Good UI just works without you having to think much about them. Yeah, it's like I'm trying to think of good UI in games and like I don't even know what games have good, what games are considered to have good UI. I guess if you don't think about it, it's good. Like you said.
Thou must have though I.
Oh, I forgot to do the Unexplored. We'll do it after this.
I am the that I might well. I heard that I require good. Art thou it left go that. Like thee, heed not that. I'm sure thee.
I'm sure thee.
Yes, I don't know what, but since
Turret.
I reside in...
Did I even get the grace in the... I didn't even get it.
Oh, you've did for grand pleasure, Carian.
Alright. Onyx Lord. And then what? Regular Lucaria Crystal Tunnel? I do hope they cut down on the amount of yapping you have to listen to the characters for quests and bosses and stuff. Like doing this whole segment for Ronnie's quest and then Fia's quest, summoning Fortisax. Little less, please. Trying to get Fortisax to spawn in general just kind of sucks because you have to like go to the tower, the inverted tower, and then ride a 30-second elevator. Kojima level intro cutscene, 4-hour cutscene. Let's go. What about the Atomic Heart 6-hour sex scene? Never played Atomic Heart, but the music I really enjoyed what I heard. Heard the game was just kind of meh, though. DLC is just a 5-hour long movie with no bosses. Where are we going? We're going to here. Yo, lag. Elemer Highway. Forget where I need to jump here. Way over here. Surely I won't die here. Oh my god, thank you, Spirit Spring. Alright, Annie, thanks, man. Take it easy. Have a good one. Art direction for Atomic Heart was phenomenal. Where the hell's the... is it here? Yeah. Did you play it near, or did you just like see gameplay? Yeah, I mean, the only reason Atomic Heart caught my eye is because Mick Gordon was doing music for it, and I don't think he ended up doing that much music for it. I think he did like a couple of songs. But I think it was it Jeff Day? He did a lot of the music for it. He like remade Russian songs into metal covers, which is really cool. This guy still chasing? Oh yeah, he is. Petition to add the word Riz to Automod. Yeah, maybe that's not a bad idea. Ban the word Riz. Denied? You don't get to make that call. Also, Baby Grunk. What even was that? Just add all of Flix's messages, require Automod approval. Also, probably not a bad idea. Would be a lot quieter, though. When I first heard the thing, like the term "baby grunk," I'm from New England, so I think Rob Gronkowski, and I'm like, what the hell does that mean? I still don't know what it means. Where are we going? We're going here. There's a kid who was really good at football who had a psycho dad who was really trying to get him to play pro football at 12. Well, that's something. Good luck playing pro football at the age of 12. Get him prepared. Okay, well that makes more sense. I don't know how you could ever know. Like, if someone, unless he's like already like 6 foot something at age 12, there's no way you could know if someone will be able to play in the pros. You gotta be like just physically there. Okay, can we get a link? Yeah, thank you. Stop running. Thank you. Torrent, please summon Torrent. Thank you. So we're like halfway through this run, I'd say. Halfway through New Game Plus, roughly. This next boss is like the halfway point, more or less. Who here is willing to walk into a fast food place and go to the bathroom and start screaming at the top of their lungs? And there he's yapping again. There he goes. You can't quit yapping. Summoned him when I was talking about yapping character quest lines. That's what you meant. I didn't know what you meant by that. I was so confused. I'm like, summon what? You don't yap? You literally just did. You're a yap addict. You cannot help yourself. You need help. The first step, Flix, is admitting you have a problem. Where is this elevator? Oh, ads are starting. I'm sorry. Wait, hang on. Snooze them. Snooze them. Saved. I didn't think it was going to take this long to run through here. We'll get up to Magma or Makar, and then we'll do that fight next time. I just forget how long of a run it is to this boss. Just let me up. This is a really cool ascent though, I think, the first time you come here. Because you just keep going up and you're like, where the hell does it end? Why am I low-key mad preaching? I mean, why are you yapping? Because it's who you are, man. Climb the ladder. Just let me up. Let me up. No, don't. There, we're going. We're going. Hope the DLC doesn't have more dungeons with spinning wheel traps. You mean the chariots? Spinning wheel traps. The chariots are rough, and they used to be worse. Which is crazy to think about. They cut the damage they do in half, I think. Oh, sick. Other flask. Got that. Cool.